Today is Friday, April 17th. This is VOA's International Edition. I'm Lundin in Washington. Coming up, while the United States looks to reopen its economy, the virus is still killing people.
600 people died yesterday from the disease.
More devastating economic news on the number of people without jobs in the U.S. Also ahead, actors, musicians, and athletes from around the world will hold a major online event this weekend to honor those on the front line of the coronavirus pandemic. It's all on today's International Edition. President Donald Trump gave governors a roadmap Thursday for recovering from the economic pain of the coronavirus pandemic. During his daily briefing on Thursday, the president laid out what he said is aimed at gradually restoring normal activity in places that have strong testing and are seeing a decrease in COVID-19 cases.
My administration is issuing new federal guidelines that will allow governors to take a phased and deliberate approach to reopening their individual states. I've dealt with them now a long time, and we've had a great relationship. Democrat, Republican, the relationship has been good. This strategy is based on hard, verifiable data.
The new guidelines are aimed at easing restrictions in areas with low transmission of the coronavirus while holding the line in harder-hit locations. The guidelines largely reinforce the plans already under development by governors who have the primary responsibility for public health in their states. In New York, the hardest-hit state in the U.S., Governor Andrew Cuomo extended stay-at-home restrictions Thursday through mid-May. The state has had more than 12,000 coronavirus fatalities and continues to see about 2,000 new cases daily.
600 people died yesterday from the disease. That is still continuing at a really tragic rate.
Cuomo also said before he can reopen, the state needs tests. He said, just like PPE, personal protection equipment, and ventilators, everyone in the country will be competing over testing, which is needed to reopen.
Everyone is going right to these labs, and 50 states are competing, and the federal government is buying product from these labs. This has to be figured out, and it can only be figured out in partnership with the federal government.
New York City is foreseeing a $7.4 billion tax loss due to the virus and is seeking federal help. More than 5 million Americans filed for unemployment last month as the coronavirus claimed more jobs. AP correspondent Rita Foley has the story.
Some industries were hit hard early on: hotels, restaurants, retail stores. Now the coronavirus outbreak is killing a broader array of jobs. Software programmers, salespeople, and legal assistants are being laid off. 68-year-old Fern Weinbaum was furloughed last month from her job as a legal secretary in Manhattan. Weinbaum still hasn't received her unemployment benefits, which she says she's counting on to help pay her monthly rent of $1,100. I'm Rita Foley.
The Italian company Advent SRL, which produces investigational medicinal products, says it will be ready with the first doses of a COVID-19 vaccine by the end of this month. Fast-tracked clinical trials of the candidate vaccine will be launched by the University of Oxford Jenner Institute in Britain. Sabina Castelfranco has more for VOA.
With mounting deaths around the world from COVID-19, the race is on to find a vaccine. One of the 5 front-runner vaccines currently under development is called ChAdOx1-nCoV-19 and is expected to be ready for clinical testing in the next couple of weeks. The vaccine seed stock was produced by the Oxford University Jenner Institute in Britain.
Here are some of the other stories we are following at VOA. In a sign that things are slowly improving, Boeing announced it will restart production of its commercial airplanes next week in the Seattle area, putting about 27,000 people back to work. 44 Guatemalans deported in one flight from the United States this week have tested positive for COVID-19, according to a Guatemalan government official. It comes amid rising rejection of deportees due to virus fears. And a U.S. study of a potential COVID-19 vaccine is being expanded to include older adults, the age group at most risk from the new coronavirus. The shot, made by the National Institutes of Health and Moderna, Inc., is being tested in healthy young and middle-aged adults in Seattle and Atlanta. And now Moderna announcing the study will expand to include older adults divided into two age groups, 51 to 70 and those over 70. Stay with VOA for all the latest world news.